Hey, Ren.
What? Oh, it's you.
I'm ready. Let's head to the Red Snake's hideout.
Right on. Let's do it! Hey. Hey, you punks! Show yourselves! I'll be fighting you this time! I'm not like the weakling you fought before!
Hey.
Who the hell is this?
Shut your trap!
Stop cowering and get him!
You schmucks! Skull.
You're getting it.
You piece of
Come
These guys are nothing. How did you lose to them again? Maybe you've lost your touch or something, huh?
Hey.
Huh? Whoa! Who is this guy? He's a monster! Take this gorilla.
Damn it.
Let's get out of here. Wowza, that was a close one.
Ryo,
Shenmue.
Hoo-wee! Who would have thought you hooked up with a girl?
Ryo, who is he?
Oh, this is Ren.
So, you've already told her stories about me, huh? But that doesn't mean you can leave me in the dark. Where did you meet a girl like this? Hmm?
What's the matter, Ren?
Never mind. It's none of my business. I'll see you around.
Seriously, that guy.
Maybe we should turn in for the night.
Sure.
Sweet dreams, Ryo.
Good night.
Hey, you!
Yes?
You need to pay for your room tonight. Don't tell me you don't have any cash.
No, I do.
Thank you.
I better eat something before I fall over.
Punches and kicks didn't work at all. It's like we were fighting an actual bear. Well, come on, tight lips, think of something.
Everybody's got a weakness. I'm sure of it. What is his style?
Yeah, he had a weird-looking stance.
I've never seen it before.
He even used some moves that resembled animals.
If we figure out his style, we might be able to find a way to beat him.
You know any martial arts experts?
An expert. I should talk to Mr. Shi. Mr. Sure.
Oh, hey there. Let's have a round. We can talk after that. So, what did you want to talk about?
I'd like to ask you about a kung fu style.
Sure, what's up?
It uses a peculiar stance.
That's so.
The guy kept his head low and his arms raised behind him. Do you know what this style is called?
My dear.
There were animal movements mixed in.
Oh, then that's easy. If it was a monkey, that's monkey fist. Crane is white crane. A tiger is tiger fist. Snake, that's snake style. And giraffe, that's giraffe style.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Mr. Shi, do you know any experts in martial arts?
I do. My kung fu master.
Your master?
Yep.
Would you tell me who that is?
Grandmaster Bei Xianzi. You can find him at the harbor.
Thank you so much.
Come and spar with me again.
Sure thing. How about this one?
You've got a good eye, kiddo. This set's a new arrival. I just put it out for rental.
Wow, really?
You'll land so many fish, you'll forget the other rods exist. Of course, it's more expensive than the rest. So, what's your pleasure?
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
Do you know where Mr. Bay is?
Mr. Bay, eh? Oh, he's right there.
Got it. Thanks. Grandmaster Bay,
Why do you mean Grandmaster?
I heard you taught Shi Kung Fu.
You know, sir?
I do.
What do you want?
I'd like to ask you about a Kung Fu style.
A style?
It uses a particular stance.
Go on.
He kept his head low and his arms raised behind him. Do you know what the style is called?
Why do you seek this information?
A friend was kidnapped by the Red Snakes.
The Red Snakes, you say?
I want to know the style their leader uses. If I knew his style, I could potentially find a weakness.
So you wish to fight for the sake of this friend of yours? I'm sure you, of all people, understand that martial arts cannot be learned overnight. You must really have your back against the wall.
You know, please, tell me.
Even if there was a technique, you must possess the basics to be able to use it.
Then test me. Please.
I suppose friendly spar would help to pass the time. If a fish jumps, so shall the water jump. It is just the law of nature. It is unreasonable to fight it. Be a tree in the wind. Go with the foe. A long time ago, martial arts were banned. But humans are interesting creatures. They practiced in secret, away from prying eyes, and became stronger. One even practiced atop this very boat. Non-Tren survived the ban and was passed on in this way. Your Kung Fu is lacking.
Excuse me, Grandmaster.
Train more in Kung Fu before you come back. I'll spar with you anytime you like.
Thank you, Grandmaster. Hey, Shenhua.
What is it, Ryo?
Do you remember the cormorant fisherman at the dock?
A fisherman? Oh yes, we saw him when we arrived in Niao.
It turns out he's a martial arts master.
A master? That's impressive.
I know.
So, is he going to help us?
Well, we sparred. But he said my kung fu wasn't good enough to teach me anything.
I see. So, what do we do now?
I've got to get better at kung fu. It's the only way.
Ryo, I'm going to go back to the room.
Okay.
Hey, you! You need to pay...
I won't be worth anything if I don't eat.
I've also found herbs here in Niao.
Really? Even here?
Yes, and the shops here pay a lot more for them than the shop in Bailu.
Oh yeah?
There's a hospital and a pharmacy too. I guess with all the people living here, there's a greater demand for medicine.
You're probably right about that.
I'd like to give some to my father and take him to the hospital here.
Yeah. You mentioned that he wasn't always in great health.
No, he wasn't.
It'll be okay, Shenhua. We'll rescue him, and take him to a good doctor here in the city.
Thank you, Ryo.
That cormorant fisherman is a grandmaster? Huh, I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover. So, did you find out what style that monster uses?
He didn't tell me.
Does the fisherman even know?
I'm not sure. I sparred with the Grandmaster, and he said my kung fu was lacking. It'd do me no good to know.
You idiot. You can still win even if you don't have enough kung fu.
Really?
Hold on. Hey, is there anywhere you can learn kung fu?
At some school or dojo, I suppose. Oh, there might be a martial arts expert there.
Well, go look for a place that teaches kung fu.
Good idea. Excuse me.
Are you here to train?
Actually, I have a question.
Oh? And what might that be?
It's about Kung Fu.
Then you've come to the right person.
I had a run-in with a martial artist that uses an unorthodox style.
Unorthodox?
Yeah, there were animal movements mixed in.
Animal movements.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could identify it.
This martial artist, do you know who he is or where he's from?
Oh, he's the Red Snake's big guy.
Red snakes. I heard that a young man's been waging war on them. That's not you, is it?
I don't know about war, but yeah.
How reckless. One man alone cannot stand up to an entire gang.
I know, but
It's best not to get involved.
I see. Excuse me.
Hello there. Reasonably priced and refreshing fruit for sale.
Do you know of anywhere I can practice Kung Fu?
A practice area? Huh. I don't believe such a place exists. There's no room.
Okay. Thanks anyway. Excuse me.
Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Muren Cafe.
Do you know anyone well-versed in Kung Fu?
What for?
I need to ask about styles with animalistic movements.
Animal styles? Sorry, that's not my thing. I know more about Nan-Tren and practice dummies.
Would any of your customers more?
I'm really not sure. Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
That's no problem.
Want to at least practice some kung fu now that you're here? Practicing your horse stance is free.
Horse stance, huh? Mr. Bay did say I'm not good enough at kung fu. Maybe I'd give it a shot. I should see where else martial artists gather.
Something I can help you with?
Do you know where martial artists usually hang out over here?
Probably over at Ryo Hall. A lot of people go to train under the instructors there.
Ryo Hall? Hi, Mr. Sher.
Well, look who it is. Did you find Grandmaster Bay?
Yeah, but he said I don't know enough kung fu. Which is true. I don't know anything about it.
Ah, I see.
I figured someone around here might know about kung fu.
Well, as you can probably tell, I'm your only hope.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, don't sound so disappointed. Come on, let's have a little sparring match.
What?
You need to improve your kung fu, don't you?
Sure.
Well, you can get into a horse stance over there. Why don't you try?
Maybe I will. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. It doesn't look like there are any other martial arts experts around here.
What's troubling you?
Do you know where martial artists usually hang out around here?
I've popped to the Muren Cafe once or twice.
I already went there, actually.
You did? Guess you like it too, eh?
Yes, but do you know any others?
Oh yeah. How could I forget?
You know some?
I keep hearing about this spa you can bet on fights. You looking for a street fight?
Bet on fights, huh? Where is this place?
I don't know, actually.
I see. Excuse me.
Hey, kid! Think you've got what it takes?
Actually, I need help with something.
It's best to let your fists do the talking. That's what I always say. Now step right up!
I'm looking for a martial arts expert.
A martial arts expert? What are you planning to do when you find them?
Well, I recently saw someone use a strange style of martial arts.
A strange style?
Yes. The techniques were based on how animals move. I'm curious to know what that style is called.
I see.
Do you know anyone who could help me?
I might.
Really? Please tell me.
If you really want to know, then get on up here.
What?
If you win, I'll tell you. You want to know, don't you?
Okay. I'll do it.
All right. It's yours for 800 tokens.
You said 800 tokens, right?
The entry fee, kid. The entry fee.
Here.
All righty. Let's get started. And now for today's special bout. I don't know who he is, but give this drifter some applause.
Huh?
And his fearsome opponent? Feast your eyes on the ultimate weapon, forged through endless practice at the fort. The Mad Eagle, Rip Temblin!
You wouldn't lick me when I'm angry. It's working! Not too bad. Not a chance.
Not bad, kid. Here's your reward.
Thank you.
Huh? You want something?
Please tell me about the martial arts expert.
Martial arts expert?
Yes. You said you knew something.
Oh, that!
Please tell me.
Why don't you ask at the martial arts shop over there?
Why?
Did you think I would know about what martial arts styles look like?
Right.
I'm sure you can find out at the martial arts shop. That's what I know.
I see. Thank you. Excuse me.
What is it?
Where's the martial arts shop?
Out front, I think.
Got it. Thanks a lot. Excuse me.
Ah, welcome to my shop.
I'd like to ask something about martial arts.
I love martial art. Ask me anything.
I saw a form with a strange stance. I was wondering if you could tell me its style.
Interesting. Tell me more about it.
The movements were really wide, and he could strike even from a distance.
And the stance?
The guy kept his head low and his arms raised behind him. Do you know what this style is called?
I need more to go on. Anything else you can tell me?
There were animal movements mixed in.
Animal movements. There's so many. It could be the crane, snake style, tiger fist.
He used multiple animal movements.
What kind of animals?
If I were to guess... those moves... He looked like a snake.
Snake, you said? There is a unique form called snake style. Any other animals?
Those moves... He looked like a leopard.
Leopard? It's pretty rare. You gotta be quick and flexible to pull it off. Any other animals?
Those moves... He looked like an elephant.
Elephant, eh? That's news to me. Maybe go to India if it's elephants you're after. Any other animals?
Those moves... He looked like a bear.
Huh. First I've heard of that in the Xingyi trend.
Any idea what it might be?
Not a clue. Sorry, bud.
Okay, thanks. I'll try asking elsewhere. Excuse me.
Welcome to my shop.
I'd like to ask something about martial arts.
Sure thing. We're a wooden dummy store, so I know a thing or two about martial arts.
I saw a form with a strange stance, and I was wondering if you could tell me its style.
Possibly. Can you describe what it looked like?
The movements were really wide, and he could strike even from a distance.
I see. And the stance?
The guy kept his head low and his arms raised behind him. Do you know what this style is called?
That really isn't enough for me to surmise. Could you describe it more?
There were animal movements mixed in.
Animal movements? There are so many. It could be white crane, snake style, tie fist.
He used multiple animal movements.
Resembling which animals?
If I were to guess, that movement. It reminded me of a snake.
Snake style. There's a snake form in the Shingi Tren discipline. What other animal styles can you remember?
That movement. It reminded me of a leopard.
Leopard. I've heard of it, but I don't know what martial arts style that is. What other animal styles can you remember?
That movement. It reminded me of a dragon.
A dragon? I think there is a dragon fist. What other animal styles can you remember?
That movement. It reminded me of a bear.
A bear, huh? There should be a form based on the bear. I can't remember the style, though.
So, do you have any idea what style it was that I saw?
No idea. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance.
Okay. Thanks anyway. I'll ask someone else. Pardon me.
Huh? Sorry, I thought you were a fellow martial artist. Might I ask what your name is?
You can call me Hazuki.
All right then, Mr. Hazuki. Sorry for not introducing myself sooner. Call me Xiang, owner of Kung Fu Tussle.
Mr. Xiang it is then. Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine.
Excuse me.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to ask something about martial arts.
This is a martial arts supply store. I can probably answer your question.
I saw a form with a strange stance. I was wondering if you could tell me its style.
Right. Can you tell me more about it?
The movements were real wide, and he could strike even from a distance.
And the stance?
The guy kept his head low and his arms raised behind him.
Fascinating.
Do you know what the style is called?
That's really not enough for me to guess. Could you describe it more?
There were animal movements mixed in.
Animal movements? Well, that helps. It could be the white crane, snake style, tiger fist.
He used multiple animal movements.
What kind of animals?
If I were to guess... those moves... He looked like a snake.
I've heard there's a martial arts style that took its inspiration from a snake. What other animal forms were there?
Those moves. He looked like a leopard.
Ah, leopard fist. I have heard of it before. What other animal forms were there?
Those moves. He looked like a dragon.
There's a form in Xingyi Quan called the dragon form. What other animal forms were there?
Those moves. He looked like a bear.
There's a bear form in Xingyi Quan.
Any idea what it might...
I don't know. Sorry.
I see.
I know I run a martial arts shop, but I'm still a grasshopper when it comes to knowledge.
I'll ask around then. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Can I help you find something?
I'd like to ask you something about martial arts.
Martial arts? You are in a martial arts store. I can probably answer your question.
I saw a form with a strange stance. I was wondering if you could tell me its style.
Can you describe what it looked like?
The movement's really wide, and he could strike, even from a distance.
And the stance?
He kept his head low, and his arms raised behind him. Do you know what the style is called?
Who knows? I can't tell with just that information. What else can you tell me about it?
There were animal movements mixed in.
Animal movements? There are so many. It could be the white crane, snake style, tiger fist.
He used multiple animal movements.
What kind of animals?
Those moves. He looked like a snake.
The snake style exists in the northern schools. There are those who say it has evolved into a form unto itself. What other animal styles did he use?
Those moves. He looked like a leopard.
Leopard? As in leopard fist? I'm not too familiar with that. What other animal styles did he use?
Those moves. He looked like a dragon.
There is a singular dragon style I know of. Shingi Shen had a dragon form. What other animal styles did he use?
Those moves. He looked like a bear.
Shingi Shen had a bear form, as did Liu Hashen.
So, do you have any idea what kind of kung fu this man was using?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, thanks. I'll ask someone else. Pardon me.
You're a martial arts guide?
Well, yeah.
Wait, for real? I was just saying that to make conversation. I just took over the shop, so I'm still learning.
I see.
Feel free to teach me some stuff. My name's Chung, by the way.
I'll, keep that in mind. Excuse me.
What is it?
I'd like to ask something about martial arts.
Oh, I'm in the middle of studying it myself, so I guess I could help.
I saw a form with a strange stance. I was wondering if you could tell me its style.
Well, go on. Tell me more about it.
The movements were really wide, and he could strike even from a distance.
And what of his stance?
The guy kept his head low and his arms raised behind him. Do you know what this style is called?
That's not enough information. Can you tell me anything else?
There were animal movements mixed in.
Now this I do know. Where do I start? There's the white crane, snake style, and even a tiger fist.
He used multiple animal movements.
Like which animals?
If I were to guess... those moves. He looked like a snake.
The name says it all. Looks like a snake, I guess. What other animal cells were there?
Those moves. He looked like a monkey.
Looks like monkeying around to me, but that's kung fu for you. What other animal styles were there?
Those moves. He looked like a dragon.
Dragon Fist. Sounds really strong, but I don't think anyone's ever seen one.
Actually, no.
Say no more. I get what you want to say. Anything else you can remember?
Those moves. He looked like a bear.
It looks pretty strong. Better just lay dead. Wait a second. Multiple animal forms? I've got it! I remember what style that is. Xingyi Liu He Tren.
Xingyi Liu He Tren?
It was developed by a Shaolin monk, and became its own style in time. There are techniques inspired by the 10 great spirit animals.
10?
You probably saw a few of those animal forms.
Can you tell me more about the style?
Xingyi Liu He Tren is called the most powerful style of practical kung fu.
How do I beat it?
It has unparalleled techniques to strike from a distance, but dodge that and you might find opening. Use that opening to get close and use a powerful attack.
A close range and powerful attack.
There is a signature Baji Tren move like that.
What move is that?
What was it called again? If you had an arcane book, it'd be written in there.
A Baji Chen arcane book?
We don't have any here, though. You could try a different martial arts store.